Welcome to the weekly Freelance Bar podcast. I'm Scott.
And I'm Sarah, and today we are going to be looking into some really interesting developments in tech and consumer rights that have been kind of hitting the news lately. So just a quick deep dive into what it all means and how it might affect you.
Sounds good. Uh, Sarah, let's kick things off. Maybe we can start with this new stuff happening in the UK. With online shopping, they seem to be tackling hidden fees and fake reviews, which a lot of us have experienced.
Yeah, for sure. So starting last Sunday, new legislation in the UK now says that any mandatory fees have to be part of the advertised price. So no more surprises at checkout, right? Which I think we've all been frustrated by.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And the interesting thing is companies are now also on the hook for taking down fake reviews, which is huge because you know how much we all rely on reviews these days.
Right, and it sounds like there are some serious penalties if they don't comply.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully this will actually lead to some real changes in how online marketplaces work and make things a bit more transparent for all of us.
Definitely a good thing for consumers. Now, switching gears a bit, let's talk about AI, which is always a hot topic.
Yeah.
Meta just came out with some new models called Llama 4 Scout and Llama 4 Maverick. Are those powering their AI assistant now?
Yes, exactly. And it sounds like a pretty big step forward. Scout is all about efficiency, and apparently it can even outperform Google's Gemini 3 on certain tasks, which
Yeah.
is impressive.
Wow. So what about Maverick? What makes it stand out?
So Maverick is really interesting because they're saying it can perform similarly to OpenAI's GPT-4o, you know, the really powerful one.
Yeah.
But it uses way less computing power, which is a huge deal because it means we could potentially have really advanced AI without needing these massive data centers.
That makes sense. And I heard there's another one coming out, Llama 4 Behemoth. Is that right?
Yes, that's the one to watch out for. It's going to be massive, 288 billion parameters, they're saying. And the expectation is that it'll be amazing at STEM stuff, potentially even better than GPT 4.5. It's just incredible how fast this field is moving.
Absolutely. Speaking of big names in tech,
Yeah.
Microsoft just celebrated their 50th anniversary, which is amazing when you think about how they've shaped the tech landscape.
I know, right? From those early days with MS-DOS to Windows, and now everything they do with cloud computing and gaming, they've really had their hand in so many different areas.
It's pretty impressive. They were founded back in 1975 by Bill Gates and Paul Allen, right?
Yeah, that's right. And what I find really interesting is that they're not just sitting back and celebrating their past. They're very clearly focused on the future,
Yeah.
especially with AI. They've been hinting at some major new AI-powered features coming out soon, and they're having a whole event to showcase it.
Sounds like they're trying to stay ahead of the curve, so to speak. And for those of us who use Windows 11, it looks like there's some nice updates coming to the taskbar and start menu.
Yes, definitely. They're testing out the ability to resize the taskbar icons, which I think will be super helpful for people who, like me, have a million tabs open and then the icons get all tiny.
Yeah, that's always annoying.
Right, and you'll actually have 3 different size options, so no more squinting to see what's what. And they're also making the start menu bigger and giving you the option to hide those recommended apps, so you can really customize it to how you like it.
That's great. Always good to see them making things more user-friendly. Now, shifting gears again. Yeah. Let's talk about AI in education. Seems like OpenAI and Anthropic are both making big moves to get their tech into universities.
Absolutely. It's becoming a really competitive area. Anthropic just launched Claude for Education, which has this cool learning mode that uses Socratic questioning to really encourage critical thinking.
So it's not just about giving students the answers, it's about helping them learn how to think.
Exactly. And OpenAI isn't far behind. They've been making similar announcements, and I think it really shows how AI is going to become a bigger and bigger part of education in the years to come, potentially even changing the way we learn.
It's exciting to see how that will all play out. And finally, we can't forget about Amazon. Even our reading habits are getting an AI makeover now
Yes.
with those AI-powered recaps on Kindle.
I know, right? Pretty clever. So basically, it'll give you summaries of previous books in a series, which is perfect if you're catching up or just need a refresher before diving into the next book.
And is there any concern about the AI getting the summaries wrong?
So some people have raised that, but Amazon is saying that they've taken steps to make sure the summaries are accurate and really reflect what happened in the book.
That makes sense. So where is this available?
Right now, it's only for popular English language series in the US, but they're planning to roll it out to the iOS Kindle app soon, so keep an eye out for that.
So from those new laws in the UK, trying to make online shopping more transparent, to these incredible advances in AI models and how they're being used in everything from education to reading, it's just fascinating to see how technology is constantly evolving and impacting our lives.
Absolutely. And it really makes you wonder, As AI becomes even more integrated into our daily routines, how will all of this change the way we interact with technology and even the way we consume information? It's a pretty exciting but also kind of daunting thought.
Definitely something to think about.
That's all for this week. Remember to follow us on YouTube, Bluesky, and X.com for hourly news updates. Stay connected.